The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
Hello, I'm Rex Lita with the news. Thanks for joining us. In this edition, consultations on National Railway Policy commences. PHA board given 7 days to report, and BPNG works to protect financial customers. Taiwan has temporarily suspended spot market purchases of liquefied natural gas or LNG from Papua New Guinea, following the government's decision to close Taiwan's representative office. Director General of Department of East Asia and Pacific Affairs Michael Lin told a news conference in Taipei that Taiwan will not purchase about 500,000 tons of LNG from Papua New Guinea. However, it does not affect Taiwan's long-term contract for 1.2 million tons annually. Lin said this remains unchanged. Taiwan, which buys about one-third of PNG's LNG exports, warned the move could have significant economic implications PNG and said further measures may be considered depending on PNG's response. The dispute follows PNG's reaffirmation of its One China policy through the closure of Taiwan's office in Port Moresby, a decision Taiwan has strongly protested as unilateral and damaging to bilateral relations. Discussions to introduce railway as a fourth mode of transport in Papua New Guinea were held in Lae today. This is the first of scheduled regional consultations for the National Railway Policy Framework.
Stakeholders in Momase region gathered at the Lae International Hotel today for the National Railway Policy Consultation Workshop. Through the Department of Transport, the national government is conducting nationwide stakeholder consultations to support the development of PNG's National Railway Policy Framework. Transport Department's Deputy Secretary, Kevin Luana, said the first leg of regional consultations started in Lae today with the aim of compiling feedback to shape the National Railway Policy Framework.
It's because it is new. It's new and people are not really sure on how it's going to be implemented. There's a lot of work that should be done. We need to make sure that the policy is right. The national policy that we put together is right, so that the Department of Works timely carrying out feasibility and implementing railway. It's something that the country would benefit from.
We need to bring tributary roads in and coming to a central hub in certain places, bring the coffee down, all those things. These trucks go up the highway 25 to 40 tonne on a truck. It's going to have to be a big bloody railway system, a whole row of 25 to 40 tonners coming out of the mine. So the mine just pumps stuff down the highway, up and down the highway, and they have a lot of weight on those things. So it's very important for us to understand that as well. So I hope I'm making some sense. I'm born and bred Papua Guinean. I don't look like it, but I am. I'll die in this country, and I'm very important that we get the things right to make things done.
Raya said because this is a new form of transport mode that is going to be introduced into the country, more information is needed to formulate a policy that will then guide the implementation process. Kamala Guare, TVWAN News, Lae.
Minister for Health Dr. Billy Joseph has issued a stern warning to provincial health authorities boards across the country, giving them 7 days to explain poor performance or risk being suspended.
The Health Minister says every provincial health authority board must show cause within 7 days why action should not be taken against them for failing to meet expected performance standards. Dr. Joseph says boards have a responsibility to provide effective governance, support their chief executive officers, and ensure health services are delivered efficiently. He says each board must submit a written report assessing its performance against the 2025 Service Performance Annual Report, or SPA, health indicators. The report must outline the reasons for poor performance, the steps already taken to address these issues, and the measures being implemented to strengthen board oversight and improve health service delivery. Boards must also provide strategies to improve disease surveillance and treatment, increase immunization coverage, expand outreach services, and strengthen other priority health programs. In addition, they are required to report on actions being taken to ensure timely submission of annual management reports, financial reports, audited financial statements, and health data through the Electronic National Health Information System, or ENHIS. Dr. Joseph says the National Department of Health has also been directed to strengthen its monitoring and compliance systems to ensure provincial health authority governance and performance are closely tracked. He warned that boards unable to demonstrate effective oversight, compliance, or sustained improvement could face action under the Provincial Health Authority Act 2007, including suspension. The minister says every board has both the authority and responsibility to improve the performance of its provincial health authority and must act in the best interest of the people they serve. Freddie Mo, TV1 News.
Governance and performance across Papua New Guinea's provincial health authorities remain inconsistent, prompting the health minister to call for stronger leadership and accountability from PHA boards.
Minister for Health Dr. Billy Joseph said recent national data had shown significant gaps in the governance and performance of provincial health authorities across the country. He says tuberculosis notifications have increased in 18 provinces in recent years, while many provinces continue to record immunization coverage below 50%. He also noted that disease surveillance, outreach service, and other key public health programs have faced major challenges, adding that the reports have also indicated that many critical health facilities have either closed or are operating below the required standard. The health minister says while each province faces its own unique challenges, these trends demand stronger leadership and oversight from the provincial health authority boards. He stressed that every board must take an active role in improving the performance of its provincial health authority by supporting chief executive officers, addressing identified weaknesses, and ensuring effective governance systems are in place. Dr. Joseph acknowledged that most provincial health authorities have submitted their annual management reports for the 2025 financial year. However, he says the National Department of Health is working to clarify cases where coordination issues may have resulted in some PHAs being listed as non-compliant by the Chief Secretary's office. The minister also reminded boards that annual management reports are more than an administrative requirement. He says boards are responsible for ensuring the reports are accurate, complete, and provide a true reflection of the authority's performance, governance, and financial management. Freddie Mo, TV1 News.
The Central Provincial Government has unveiled the Bautama Mangrove Boardwalk, a landmark initiative designed to protect and promote one of Papua New Guinea's richest mangrove ecosystem. The project is a major milestone in conservation, environmental education, and community engagement.
The Bautama Mangrove Boardwalk gives school children, researchers, and visitors hands-on access to one of the world's richest mangrove ecosystems. without damaging it. More than 27 species thrive here, making Bootless Bay a biodiversity hotspot.
Of God's creation, we have a sacred responsibility to preserve these natural treasures for our future generations. And so the Bautama Boardwalk is not only a place where visitors can enjoy the beauty of nature, but also a living classroom where children, students, families, and visitors can learn the importance of environmental stewardship.
Nature conservancy's Will McGoldrick described mangroves as unsung heroes, vital for food security, coastal protection, and carbon storage.
It's the first purpose-built mangrove boardwalk and education facility that exists in the country. I believe it's also one of the first in the South Pacific, so congratulations. It would only be possible through partnership, as we've heard already, between the Nature Conservancy, the Central Papua Conference, and SEPA, the Central Province Government, and of course the many landowners, families, clans, and others who've come together to make this possible. It has been a true partnership, which we need to celebrate.
SEPA's Kay Kalim warned of threats from land reclamation, pollution, and climate change, stressing that conservation must be treated as a development priority. She linked the project to Vision 2050 and the UN Sustainable Development Goals.
Mangroves are not simply forest trees growing in salty waters. They are food, they are shelter, they are protection, and their livelihood. For coastal communities in places like Bootless Bay, with more than 27 mangrove species, and you had Will acknowledging that Papua New Guinea contains the highest number of mangrove species, we have more than 27 mangrove species trees are central to the health of the marine environment and the well-being of the people who depend on it. That is why this boardwalk is such an important achievement. It provides a way for people to enter and experience the mangrove environment without destroying it. It allows school children, researchers, visitors, and community members to see firsthand the value of the ecosystem.
The Bautama Mangrove Boardwalk now stands as a living classroom and a symbol of partnership connecting faith, science, and policy to safeguard PNG's natural heritage. Freddie Mo, TVWAN News.
Prime Minister James Marape has welcomed the Supreme Court's decision that upheld the constitutionality of the government's amendments to Section 145 of the Constitution, describing it as a major victory for political stability and constitutional democracy in Papua New Guinea.
The Supreme Court dismissed a constitutional challenge against the amendments relating to the vote of no confidence process, ruling that the reforms passed by Parliament were lawful and consistent with the Constitution. Prime Minister Marape says the ruling removes the final constitutional uncertainty surrounding the reforms as the country prepares for the 2027 national general election. He said the judgment strengthens the country's democratic institutions and will allow the government to focus on nation building, economic growth, and improving the lives of Papua New Guineans. Reflecting on his time in office since May 2019, the Prime Minister said his government has faced continuous legal challenges, including court references, questioning his election, and repeated vote of no confidence attempts. He said managing political instability has often diverted attention from delivering government priorities, with constant political maneuvering and lobbying placing pressure on leadership. Despite those challenges, Marape says the latest Supreme Court decision provides certainty and stability as the government looks ahead to completing its term and preparing for the 2027 elections. Freddie Mo, TV1 News.
This is TV1 News. After the break, ICT policy in education launched and Germany Lutheran missionaries visit PNG.
Banking doesn't have to be complicated. With PSP's OneTalk Wallet, control your money wherever, whenever. Dial *131#, enter your PIN, select cash in or out, and generate a secure code to withdraw cash. It's the only wallet for cardless ATM withdrawals. Send and receive funds, pay for goods and bills, or withdraw cash with ease. All with PSP's OneTalk Wallet. PSP's OneTalk Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# today.
What a game this has been. With a minute to go, it all comes down to this.
And here they come. They go wide. Passes to Becky. He juggles. Kicks it. Who will get there? No, Kara. He's over. What a try. All the emotions are flowing. Jubilation. Ecstasy. What a game.
Show the dishes who's boss. Fight mess with Axion, the tough grease stripper. 100% effective at doing the dirty work. The triple active power breaks down tough grease, and its antibacterial formula leaves dishes squeaky clean. Get tough on grease. Get Axion.
The PNG LNG project has now generated more than 30 billion kina for Papua New Guinea since production commenced. Nearly half of this amount has been paid as tax. Equity distributions are paid to KPHL and MRDC based on the interest they hold. Tax is paid to the IRC, while development levies and royalties are paid to DPE.
Mtambo tru lonkarim o salim na simokin, marijuana or all drugs no good ikam lo overseas or some cocaine or crystal meth. Nupla law olikolim Controlled Substances Act 2021 by making sawe lo you lo baim court fine enough money mark enough lo 2 million kina or go life year calabus. This platok sawe ikam long National Narcotics Bureau. One time Halivin, Bilom Australia, Papua New Guinea Law na Justice Partnership.
Welcome back. Papua New Guinea's Education Department today launched its first integrated ICT policy in education 2025 to 2029. The policy is aimed at enhancing digital, innovative and creative learning that is flexible, inclusive and relevant.
Papua New Guinea's education sector has transitioned into the digital age with today's launch of PNG's integrated ICT policy in education. Education Secretary Dr. Uke Kombra shared that the department has been implementing ICT initiatives across the education system dating back to 2005. He said the integration of various ICT policies are all combined in one single framework approved by the National Executive Council in 2025, covering infrastructure, connectivity, device standards, governance, data protection, and teacher capacity.
Information communication technology initiatives, policies all into a single document so that it can help us to govern and manage the ICT system in our education system. So therefore, NEC has approved this in 2025, and our minister will launch that policy today. The policy basically will be setting the standards for infrastructure. It will set the guidelines for connectivity, the type of devices that we must use, like what type of laptops and other devices we should use. It will also highlight the standards in the classroom, the digital classrooms we will have. That's all done in this policy.
Combra added that the policy will enhance digital, innovative and creative learning that is flexible, inclusive and relevant. Education Minister Francis Siune said the Ministry of Education embraces ICT as a platform to deliver quality education and training, contributing to the transformation of societies.
Hence we must change, we must transform. I identify digital technologies as an essential asset for teaching and learning. Digitalization should offer access to extensive learning resources, facilitating the transformation of education practices both within schools and beyond.
In addition, Siune said ICT will continue to reduce concerns about equity and access when no child is left behind.
To conclude, I say, Marabarossa government wants to see no child is left behind and develop smart God-fearing Papua New Guineans. And we remain focused on this aspiration.
Jasmine Irujak, TVWAN News.
The execution vehicle of this ICT policy was also launched today in the same event. EduNext is a national education AI-powered learning management system.
EduNext is a digital, AI-powered all-in-one school website and app designed to host lessons, track student progress, and distribute official national school materials online. The platform is described as a central digital school building where students learn, teachers teach, and education authorities coordinate lessons from anywhere. Combra stated that the advanced platform will be piloted across 7 schools of excellence nationwide.
We have decided that we will start with a pilot in the 7 schools of excellence. So we'll run a pilot of this system. There will be actually 2 systems. One is the connecting the internet with Starlink, and then secondly, we will install the learning management system. So we'll roll that out to all the 7 schools of excellence. So that has already been paid for. If the amount has not been paid, it's on the way. That's all been covered. So we're going to roll out the 7 schools. And after we have learned the lesson from these 7 schools, then we'll start to roll this out to all our schools in the country.
The minister also stated that once it's rolled out to all schools in the country, it will ensure a student in a remote village receives the exact same high-quality curriculum as a student in a major city and securely tracks real-time student performance numbers nationwide to help leaders improve education policy.
EduNext has been designed to deliver on a desire and promise that no child, regardless of geography, is left behind. EduNext provides teachers with curriculum-aligned resources, assessment tools, collaboration opportunities, and digital classrooms. It will enable schools to organize learning more effectively while giving students greater access to quality education or quality educational content. It will also allow the department to support schools with consistency and transparency. I'm told that within EduNext, we will have an innovation that deserves special recognition. It is called Nexa AI. Nexa AI has been developed in Papua New Guinea by Papua New Guineans. It has been designed to assist teachers with lesson preparation, provide guided learning support for students, and improve access to knowledge. Artificial intelligence should never replace the teacher. Instead, it should remove routine tasks so teachers can spend more time inspiring young minds.
Jasmine Erojak, TVWAN News.
The Independent Consumer and Competition Commission is hosting its annual PNG Consumer Competition and Economic Regulation Forum, bringing together stakeholders from both public and private sectors to discuss emerging issues affecting competition, consumer protection and economic regulation in the country. The forum commenced today at the Gateway Hotel in Port Moresby.
Today's session was centered on the public sector, while the second day, July 31st, will focus on the private sector. Opening the first session was ICCC Commissioner and CEO Roy Dagi, who detailed the 4 primary goals that ICCC is proactively pursuing to promote consumer welfare while creating a fair competitive market that can sustain the economic growth. The goals are to protect consumer rights, create more market competition, regulate prices where necessary, and be recognized as an independent body free from government intervention. In ensuring the ICCC achieve these goals, it is pursuing partnerships with provincial governments to have its offices stationed in all provinces in the country. So far, the regulator had established 18 partnerships with 4 to go. The forum was officially opened by Minister for Rural and Economic Development, Joseph Lelang. Today's session featured panelists from Bank of Papua New Guinea, NICTA, National Energy Authority, Public Prosecutor, Department of Transport, and other regulating government institutions. Mason Lewis, TV1 News.
The Bank of Papua New Guinea is developing a bill called Financial Consumer Protection Bill. It will provide clear mandate as to how the central bank will deal with consumer grievances raised in their preferred financial institutions. Most importantly, the bill will focus on protecting consumers.
BPNG Assistant Governor, Financial System Regulations and Supervision Group, Sabina Declin, announced this new bill today during the PNG Consumer Competition and Economic Regulation Forum. She said the bill is expected to promote price transparency and give back consumer confidence in financial transactions and products and services offered.
Focuses on the consumer. Now, what does that mean for the bank? As the regulator, this bill, if it's enacted, it will provide some clear mandates as to how the banks will deal with institutions.
This is to ensure consumers are protected and treated fairly. The Financial Consumer Protection Bill is structured under 5 principles: disclosure and transparency, data protection, responsible lending, product suitability, and consumer and service provider recourse. Stressing the consumer complaints, Declan said they can use the recourse pathway to raise their grievances.
A consumer is still unhappy about the way the institution has addressed his or her complaint, that there should be a pathway for that person to actually reach out to. So that's the recourse pathway. And note that the first point of contact for any complaint is not the central bank. It's supposed to be the institution. So the complainant or the customer, if the consumer, if he has a complaint, he needs to go to the financial institution. And financial institutions, all financial institutions are required to have within their frameworks a consumer complaint mechanism as to how they should address. That is something that they must have.
The consumer can also go to BPNG to voice their complaints if they cannot voice them at the financial institutions. Mason Lewis, TV1 News.
A delegation of German Lutheran missionaries has arrived in Papua New Guinea, renewing a historic church partnership that dates back more than a century.
Five missionaries from Germany are in the country this week to strengthen ties between the Lutheran Church of Germany and Papua New Guinea. The partnership began in 1886 when German missionary Johann Fliel first brought Lutheran mission work to the country. The visit aims to revive connections between parishes in both nations. The partnership is built on 3 pillars: praying for one another, sharing the word of God, and supporting communities through education, infrastructure, and services. Partnership Pastor Reverend Marcus Paul Steiner, who previously served in Papua New Guinea, said the last exchange program was 9 years ago. He explained the importance of meeting again in person, saying he felt it was important to come here again to meet with others, worship together, share God's word, and strengthen their relationship. During their 5-day stay in Port Moresby, the delegation visited tourist attractions, worshipped with local congregations, and spent time with church members in Gerehu. 19-year-old youth representative Sophia Sigmund described the experience as unforgettable, saying it will be a memory she treasures when she returns home.
When we first went to PNG a few days ago, we started with church, and it was a really, really nice experience, and everyone welcomed us with open arms. And right after that, we sing together. We also sang a German song together, and it was like really fun and a really nice experience. And then we had the first time like PNG food. I don't know, I think we had mumo, like with, you know, and it was really delicious, and it just goes on the next day. So we had, every day we had really, really good food, and also many activities. We visited, for example, the nature park, and Crystal Rapids, yeah, so the picnic place. And yeah, we've seen much from the city, and it's a really, really beautiful. We have a really nice time here.
This morning, the group departed for the Highlands region. They will be continuing their visit before returning to Germany next week. Local parishioners expressed gratitude, saying the missionaries' presence has encouraged and strengthened their community. Michael Tamtipais, TVWAN News.
And now the finance report. The kina closed lower at $0.2269 US in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our kina was buying at $0.2194 US dollars, 0.3119 Australian dollars, 0.1833 euro, and 35.63 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York closed, oil closed higher, except coffee and cocoa closed lower. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed lower, ASX closed lower, and all ordinaries closed lower as well. TV1 News continues when we come back. Stay with us.
For too long, banking has felt out of reach for many. But now, PSP's OneTalk wallet is here to change that. Send and receive money, pay bills, and top up. It's your money, wherever, whenever. Because at PSP, we are committed to improving how our customers connect to our OneTalks, to our family, to the ones we love. PSP's OneTalk wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# for everyone.
What a game this has been. With a minute to go, it all comes down to this. And here they come. They go wide. Passes to Becky. He juggles. Kicks it. Who will get there? No Cara. He's over. What a try. All the emotions are flowing. Jubilation. Ecstasy. What a game.
Hey PNG, get ready to brush to the beat for Colgate National Toothbrushing Day. Brush to the beat with over 480,000 registered participants this year nationwide. Brush your teeth for 2 minutes twice a day, and remember to change your toothbrush every 3 months. Head over to the Colgate Pacific PNG Facebook page for more info, or drop a comment and tell us a song we can brush to the beat with. Get brushing this National Toothbrushing Day with Colgate.
The PNG LNG project has now generated more than 30 billion kina for Papua New Guinea since production commenced. Nearly half of this amount has been paid as tax. Equity distributions are paid to KPHL and MRDC based on the interest they hold. Tax is paid to the IRC, while development levies and royalties are paid to DPE.
You have to meet my best friend. She's the sweetest. Hey, check out my hair.
Which one? The one on your head or the one in the sink?
Relax. Next time, just use the Mega Growth Anti-Damage Relaxer. It's infused with wonder oils and conditioning proteins for visibly less hair breakage after retouching. Now your hair looks great.
Thank you. Mega Growth Anti-Damage No-Light Cream Relaxer for visibly less hair breakage after retouching.
You sabi to some condom and one way where you can abuse him sick HIV, STI na unplanned pregnancy. Ting him, use him condom long right way. Stop safe na look out him you yet. Use him condom all get a time. Suppose you know save long HIV status long partner blong you or suppose you got plenty partner. Use him condom good all get a time. Long haborus him sick HIV, STI na unplanned pregnancies. Use him condom banish him you yet na future blong you. This platok save ikam long National AIDS Council Secretariat.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo in milk taste and added nutrients, Milo in milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Fine PNG made.
Thanks for staying with us. The National Cultural Commission has reaffirmed its support for Papua New Guinea's growing creative industry, presenting a certificate of partnership and a 10,000 kina contribution to the Creative for Arts Innovation Centre in Port Moresby. The presentation took place at the CAI Centre in 8 Mile on July 28th and highlighted the Commission's ongoing partnership with the organisation.
The event brought together members of the diplomatic corps, artists and supporters of Papua New Guinea's creative sector. The Creatives for Art Innovation Centre has become a leading creative hub, providing artists with opportunities for learning, collaboration, exhibitions and professional development while encouraging innovation across the country's arts sector. Speaking during the event, New Zealand High Commissioner Georgina Roberts praised the efforts of both the CAI Centre and the National Cultural Commission in preserving and promoting Papua New Guinea's rich cultural heritage.
I want to congratulate NCC and CAI on achieving this understanding together and what it means to create this partnership and looking to what you're contributing to in the longer term. As a Māori woman from Aotearoa, New Zealand, I know very deeply and intrinsically what it means to hold on to our culture. I come from a people who, like Papua New Guinea, we treasure our culture, our language, our traditions, our customs, and our connections to our ancestors. Like all of us who come from Pacific peoples. Although our cultures might be different, we share a common understanding. Culture is not simply something we inherit. It is something we practice, we protect, and we must pass on.
National Cultural Commission Art Industry and Development Manager Hilary Miria said the presentation reflected the Commission's commitment to building strong partnerships that support the growth of Papua New Guinea's creative economy.
Okay. So this is something that the artists are making and bringing in a lot of money. So I think this is what I have to say, and I thank you all. I think the place, it's about 25 years. This place is come to alive, and the NCDC be partner. I'm happy to be partner with the NCDC. NCC. But the first time I went to the office to ask for the certificate, it was tough. We don't have money to give it to you. So what do you have? What did you bring? So I told them that I'm not here to ask for money, but I'm here to be partner with you. So after this, all this establishment, I went to NCC for partnership. So I was recognized to become partner with NCDC. So thank you for you all at present. Thank you.
Mr. Miria also congratulated the CAI team for its dedication to promoting local artists and encouraged them to continue creating opportunities that showcase Papua New Guinea's creativity, culture and artistic excellence at home and abroad. Prominent Papua New Guinea artist Gigmai Kundun thanked the National Cultural Commission also for recognizing the center's contribution to the country's creative industry. Michael Tamtipais, TV1 News.
Turning overseas, the peak hour commute home for many motorists in Darwin has become quite the spectacle, with dozens of people seen stopping on the side of the road to point telescopic camera lenses towards the sky. They call themselves plane spotters, many of them travelling from across the world and the country just to photograph Australia's largest aviation war games exercise Pitch Black.
Poised and perfectly positioned, patiently waiting for a plane.
You'd probably go to half these countries and get arrested if you started looking at aeroplanes, whereas here you can come here and join hundreds of others and take some great photos.
For the Melbourne-based plane spotter, photographing aircraft during Australia's largest international aviation war games has been a lifelong dream.
I've been following aircraft since I was 15. I just love it. I like my big things, ships, planes, boats, and planes is just another one of them.
And big camera lenses as well.
Well, they help. I like recording the serials on them, and you can't read them off, they're going too fast.
He's one of hundreds who have made the pilgrimage to Darwin for exercise Pitch Black. This year, the air-to-air combat activity has brought around 100 fighter jets to northern Australia from countries around the world.
From the UK. Came out 3 weeks ago. Came out specifically for Pitch Black. It's a massive opportunity for any aircraft enthusiast to come out and see a variety of aircraft.
And it's great just to catch up with my friends up here and make new friends. I still like having people around, and most of them are aviation enthusiasts like myself, so you're like reliving a second childhood all over again at the age of 74.
From veteran aviation enthusiasts to budding photographers, the plane spotting community is accepting of everyone, including aspiring fighter jet pilots like myself.
It's a very tight community. Everyone knows everyone. We're all very nice to each other, giving each other tips.
It's good fun as like a community, somewhere where you belong.
Spotting each other while getting the shot.
With the confirmation of infected birds on Kangaroo Island, there are grave fears for local sea lions and penguin populations. Some tours at popular Seal Bay have been stopped in a bid to protect the colony.
Kangaroo Island's globally renowned sea life at risk. Home to endangered sea lions, as well as long-nosed fur seals, now under threat from the spread of bird flu.
Currently, bird flu is seen only in bird populations, but it wouldn't take much for it to transition over into our seal populations.
Experts asking humans not to interact or disturb the animals.
This could be a scale of crisis to the level of the Black Summer bushfires, and it could be absolutely devastating to our wildlife populations.
Kangaroo Island's penguin population is also susceptible.
Bit nervous as to what it means for the colony, especially this time of year with breeding that'll go right through until January.
On the mainland coast in Robe, residents have been reporting sick birds.
We noticed a bird there sitting sort of a bit dazed and sort of walked up to it, didn't fly away.
It's obviously concerning, particularly if it spreads further into the rest of the bird life within the area. You know, we've got black swans in the inland water up heading towards Kingston.
So far, the tourism sector doesn't appear to be hit.
For now, things are just business as usual.
Anybody who finds a sick bird or animal is urged to avoid contact, record relevant details such as time and location, and report it to the Emergency Animal Disease Hotline.
And that ends the news segment. Later in sports, season on the line for Lahanis, and Munster puts PNG Chiefs talks on hold.
Life is about making memories, sharing new adventures. Go beyond the familiar. Don't let bacteria hold you back from experiencing the world. Protex uses natural antibacterial protection with flaxseed oil and eliminates 99.9% of bacteria. Free yourself Go beyond with Protex.
The PNG LNG project has now generated more than 30 billion kina for Papua New Guinea since production commenced. Nearly half of this amount has been paid as tax. Equity distributions are paid to KPHL and MRDC based on the interest they hold. Tax is paid to the IRC, while development levies and royalties are paid to DPE.
Mtambo tru lonkarim o salim na simokin, marijuana or all drugs, no good ikam lo overseas, or some cocaine or crystal meth. Nupla law or likolim Controlled Substances Act 2021 by making sawe lo you lo baim court fine enough money mark enough lo 2 million kina or go life year calabus. This la talk sawe ikam long National Narcotics Bureau. One time Halivin, Bilom Australia, Papua New Guinea Law na Justice Partnership.
Ready for the world, so is your TISA Visa card. Visa keeps you moving wherever you go, Papua New Guinea or abroad. Seamlessly pay for travel, dining, online shopping. Easily access your funds and instantly track your expenses. Every tap comes with security, trust, and peace of mind. Unlock the world of possibilities. And it all starts with the new TISA Visa card.
Dad's gonna be home soon. Dinner's not ready. He's gonna be mad. Mom's trying her best. If it's not ready, oh no. I'm proud of my old man. If he can change, anyone can.
Snacks noodles. Tastier, but you like him more.
Welcome back. In cricket, Kasawari's women secured their second consecutive victory, defeating Marina's women by 6 wickets in a thrilling contest at Amini Park yesterday. After winning the toss and electing to bat, the Mariners were bowled out for 182 in 49.3 overs. The Kasawaris chased down the target with composure, reaching 183 in 49.2 overs. Players of the match and Kasawaris captain Brenda Tau anchored the innings with the superb 63 runs off 91 balls, including 8 boundaries, guiding her side to victory. Tanya Ruma also played a crucial unbeaten knock of 55 to help seal the win. Kasawaris' impressive performance in the 2026 Borokomodo's Isuzu Women's 50-over tournament again puts them in good stead for Friday's final showdown at the home of cricket PNG, Amini Park. The Bintango Goroka Lahanis will be fighting for their lives in the last 3 matches of the Digital ExxonMobil Cup as the hope of playing finals football hangs by the thread. The Lahanis sit just outside the top 6 behind Croton Hala Wigman. They need to win all 3 remaining matches to have any chance of securing a place in the finals. Goroka Lahanis coach Michael Moses considered that the last 3 matches over the coming weeks at the National Sports Institute Goroka are important to them. They must win all the matches to give themselves any opportunity to play finals football. They take on NPL Anga Miox this Sunday. The men from Anga province are on the 8th spot on the competition leader, just behind the Lahanis. This will be an interesting shootout. The Eastern Highlands provincial franchise then take on the struggling Asila Wagitumbe the following weekend before meeting the competition title favourites Port Moresby Vipers. The match against the Vipers will round up their regular season before the finals football. Moses said this season has been a challenging one, as they have lost some of their home matches and expected to win both at home and away. He noted that last weekend's match was one of them. They scored 6 tries yet lost to the Snakes Tigers, who only scored 5 tries. Poor try conversion cost them the game. Moses said he has a young team and the results speak for itself, but he is positive his side can make the top 6 at the end of regular rounds and play finals football. Venture edge to come along to the National Sports Institute over the next 3 Sundays and support their team as they push for a spot in the finals. Melbourne Storm superstar Cameron Munster has put talks of a potential PNG Chiefs move on hold, admitting it wasn't a great look to negotiate with the Chiefs, with his current team still fighting to save their season.
Munster became the latest high-profile player linked with the NRL's 19th team, with his manager Braith Anasta also representing their coach Willie Peters. The 5'8" was granted permission to speak with the Chiefs despite not being allowed to until November 1st, while he is out sidelined with a knee injury. Munster was initially scheduled to travel alongside Zach Lomax, the club's 5th official signing, to tour the facilities and check out the local area last weekend. However, in a fresh interview with Triple M's The Rush Hour with Domo and Elliott on Wednesday afternoon, the 31-year-old said he had put it on the back burner.
Yeah, look, it's obviously a lot of headlines at the moment with the Papua New Guinea and all that sort of stuff, being in, like, you know, with the footy and with all the tax-free and all, everyone is expecting us to go there because it's tax-free. But at the end of the day, it's a starting up club. It's exciting times for, you know, not only PNG but the game in general.
Munster was also grateful to Melbourne Storm for giving their blessing in allowing him to negotiate with the Chiefs.
I just thought it wasn't the right time to, you know, go and do it. I'm just going to wait until November 1 like everyone else. I appreciate them doing that to me. I know I thought it was a good idea at the time, but then I just thought about the fans and, you know, not only our team doing it tough at the moment. I just didn't think it was a great look for not only me, but also the club in general. So I'll just wait until November 1 and decide from there.
Chiefs General Manager of Football Michael Chalmers revealed on Wednesday that while the club did talk to him, they are taking a patient approach.
We got a call asking us if we'd be interested in Cameron Munster. Okay. Now, who wouldn't be interested in Cameron Munster? But reality was we had just signed Jerome to play 6, and everyone acknowledges they both played 6 their whole career primarily. So as a club, we had a decision to make around whether we thought Cameron Munster could be a 7 that we look at in November 1. And we decided, you know what, if Cameron Munster's still available in November 1, then we need to consider 7 because there aren't a whole heap of halfbacks that are going to be off the market. So we let that go and we said that come November 1, if he was around, then he'd be on our list. There was no negotiations, no conversations. We let that go.
Chalmers further stressed to wait and see what happens on November 1st because there are some other players that might become available and need to work out the balance of the team. Chalmers told Triple M's The Journo's podcast.
One of the best players of the modern era. I don't want it to come across as we're being disrespectful here. We have to consider the balance of the team. Cameron Munster is an elite player. The reality is we've signed a 6, so now we have to decide if Cameron can play at 7 with us and what those options are. And I think it'd be negligent for us as a club not to consider what the other options are before making a decision. And Braith has been, and his business partner Justin, they've been superb through it. They've been open and honest, and we've been open and honest about our position. Everyone understands and respects what our positions are, and all cards are on the table. It's now in his shoes sort of what he wants to do. But you know, I think that you can see the respect that's been afforded by Melbourne, and I guess for us, we don't want it to look like we're disrespecting him. But as I said, we need to consider what those other options will be before we commit.
Munster, who has played all of his 251 first-grade matches with Melbourne, didn't rule out exploring a move to Port Moresby should he test the open market. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
The Sydney Roosters travel north to face the North Queensland Cowboys in a crucial round 22 clash at Queensland Countrybank Stadium tonight. Both sides looking to strengthen their positions as the finals race intensifies. Kickoff is scheduled for 7:50 p.m. tonight on TV1 Sports. The Sydney Roosters enter the contest sitting inside the top four amongst the competition's leading teams. After 17 matches, Trent Robinson's side has posted 12 wins and 5 losses. They have built confidence away from home, winning 5 of 8 matches outside Sydney. Captain James Tedesco remains a key figure at the back, while the halves combination of Sam Walker and Daly Cherry Evans provides a blend of creativity and experience. North Queensland Cowboys will be boosted by the return of several important forwards, including Tom Mikaele, but face disruption in the spine. Ukarid Mani is unavailable after concussion, with Sonny Luke named to start, while halfback Tom Deeden remains sidelined. Jackson Purdue will again partner Jay Clifford in the halves. The Cowboys' challenge will be built around their forward power, led by Captain Ruben Cotter, Jason Tamalolo and Jeremiah Nanai. At home, North Queensland will look to turn the match into a physical battle and pressure the Roosters side that has shown attacking quality but has also conceded points in patches. The Roosters appear to have the stronger overall form profile, but Townsville's atmosphere and the Cowboys' forward pack make this a genuine danger game. Expect a high-intensity contest with finals implication on the line. Brisbane Broncos Premiership winning forward Corey Jensen is set to bring his NRL career to an early end after ongoing health concerns linked to a pulmonary embolism.
The 32-year-old has not played since Brisbane's Round 7 victory over the West Tigers, when he became unwell after the match and was later diagnosed with blood clots in his lungs. According to reports, Jensen has spent recent months consulting specialists and Broncos medical staff while undergoing treatment, including blood thinning and medication, in the hope of returning to the field. However, he is now expected to medically retire. The decision comes less than a year after Jensen signed a 2-year contract extension with the Broncos and after playing a key role in the club's drought-breaking premiership triumph last season when he started in the front row in the grand final. Broncos coach Michael Maguire recently expressed hope that Jensen could resume his playing career, describing the situation as highly unusual. Jensen retires after a 9-year NRL career that yielded 153 first-grade appearances.
And now the weather report. In regional forecast, southern Port Moresby and Poponeta clear skies. Alotau, mostly clear skies becoming cloudy with possible showers tonight. Momase, all centers mostly clear skies except Lae, clear skies becoming cloudy with possible showers tonight. New Guinea Islands, Lorengau and Kimbe, clear skies. Buka, partly cloudy with few showers this evening. And Highlands region, Mediterranean Wabeg, cloudy periods with chances of few showers. Ocean forecast for PNG areas for the next 24 hours. Coral Sea, seas moderate to rough with southeast winds at 20 to 25 knots, increasing to 30 knots over the western sector. Solomon Sea, seas moderate to occasionally rough with southeast to southerly winds at 20 to 25 knots, occasionally increasing to 30 knots over the eastern sector. Bismarck Sea, seas moderate to strong with southeast winds at 10 to 20 knots over the western sector, increasing to 25 to 30 knots over the eastern sector. Pacific Ocean, seas moderate with southeast to southerly winds at 10 to 20 knots, increasing to 25 to 30 knots north of New Ireland. And coastal waters forecast, waters of Samurai to Milne Bay and all its islands to Cape Vogel seas 2 to 2.5 meters, rising to 3 meters at times. Waters from Finschhafen through Vitiaz and Dampier Straits to CRC and Long Islands, seas 2 to 3 meters, rising to 3.5 meters at times. And that ends another edition of TV1 News. Thanks for your company. Good night.
The TV1 News was proudly brought to you by